everyone, and welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the college football world right here on this field today, and we can't wait. Great anticipation for a matchup that's only grown as the season has progressed. Now, a top 5 showdown. Both teams trying to make a strong statement here in the midseason. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the New Mexico State Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Returner decides to fair catch this. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
How about that to start the game off by this defense? The offense decides to drop back on the first play, and this quarterback has no time at all because of the pressure up front.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Ball handed off. Oh, look at the quick cut. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, great job by this defense on this 2nd down run. Just stonewalled them at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
The offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. And here comes a deep shot. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Chris, this guy last week threw a couple touchdown passes. He comes in with a lot of confidence, and here maybe too much confidence. Throwing this ball into coverage cost his team early in this game with an interception.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. He'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Takes the handoff again. Over to Juke. Gets free now.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off for some nice positive yards.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
A gain makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Buying time now. Rolling to his left. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Aggies.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches the football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts from inside the 20. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Just trucks through the defender. Sophomore brought down after a nice run.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You call a quick out on 3rd down? I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field out, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
The Broncos move into the red zone. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking to scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And now the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Can he get there on the ground? Defense stops him right at the line there.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the 1st down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the 1st, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. The quarterback just sneaks it. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a 1st down for the offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, New Mexico State 7, Boise State 0.
Here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution on that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's the second down play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. No shot to bring him down. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Powerful running into the secondary. And we're able to get him down. Third down after that running play. Can he make it to the marker? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Nice first down run here by this running back. And these are the kind of situations on third and short that you can gain a lot of momentum, or it can kill a drive and kill the confidence of an offense. Here they pick up the nice first down, which is great, new set of downs, but it also gives you a lot of confidence that you can wear that defense down psychologically.
Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by... Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Heads up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Easy. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
Important second down play coming up. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. The back's got it. Running with purpose. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll run it here. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Okay, ready?
Second down play coming up.
Easy.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Pitch to the back. And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Here we go.
On third down, he drops to throw. And that's just thrown away. A pretty obvious intentional grounding call. Yeah, here's the marker. And the punt team makes its way onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And this will be fair caught about the 15. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the toss play now. Running to the right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So it's second down and long here from the 13. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Looks to the left, and it's complete. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Throws it to the right. He's got it for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the Broncos will line up on 1st and 10. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback and give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. They've only converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. On the run here. Lets it go. And it's broken up there. Great play. A 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here. Going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Here comes the Aggies offense back out there. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
29 Philly, 29 Yankee Blue, Yankee Blue.
A quick throw out left, complete. They stop it with the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there. The timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw again. Pass caught. 7-yard gain. Sets up a 3rd and 3.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Got it.
Crucial 3rd down play after that completion.
Cobra. Flex, flex, flex.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
And the punt team now on to kick it away.
On to punt it away.
We'll see if he can make a play on this return. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Can they catch him? All the way for a touchdown. Wow, so the punt returner all the way to the house to put his team in front now.
Well, that's one way to do it, right? You don't have to worry about your own offense putting points on the board when you get a score from the return team. 6 points on the board, heck of a return, and they're up.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point makes the lead 14-7.
That makes the score Boise State 14, New Mexico State 7.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. He's found some room at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Looking to throw it on first down. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. Just what they wanted. You got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's going to launch it deep again. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Promising start to the drive, but now 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. Tackled quickly after the catch, but the ball moves all the way to the 30. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. Kick is up and no good. And after the miss, still down by 7. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Broncos will kick this away to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense back out there. First play of the second half is a handoff. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. They bring the punter onto the field now.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Oh, and he's got some space here. Coverage team brings down the returner.
And the Boise State offense will take over. First and 10.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. And he's tackled after the catch.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Now it's second down here. The quarterback's got it on the option. Gets the first and still running. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. That's a big gain. Great decision to keep the ball and pick up the first down.
Well, this is exactly the way this play should look like when it's run properly. The handoff to the inside is taken away, as is the pitch man. So the quarterback makes a perfect decision, keeps it, sprints downfield for a nice, solid gain.
And the Broncos are in the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more.
That makes the score. Boise State.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Pitches to the back. Breaking tackles. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
These linebackers better put on their big boy pads today facing a big physical runner like this who can take hits and give them back. The only way they can stop this running back consistently is with multiple defenders trying to bring him down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. They bring the heat and get him behind the line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got a good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The Broncos are in the red zone. And in 1st down, they go right back to him.
Running back carry ball. Picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Send the back in motion. An inside give now from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Caught near the goal line. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a 1st down and goal right there.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Broncos line it up with 1st and goal.
Here we go.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, BSU. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
New Mexico State.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense back out there. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll try the option play here. He'll toss it to the back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen. What the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
325.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
Got it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
Clear.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Movement here from the tight end. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Kind of Chris, for me, when it comes to throwing a screen pass, you don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Down 55.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Receiver makes the catch. Breaks loose at the 40. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. The linebacker shifting around now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. On the run, he'll let it go. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Boise State 28, New Mexico State 7.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play.
Flex. 42.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. He's moving out of the pocket now. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They're going to run the option. He'll pitch it. Will he score here? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, New Mexico State. Almost set up for the PAT.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. It really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. He shreds the tackle. That's a strong stiff arm. Breaks loose at the 40. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team. And you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
Receivers are bunched together. He's looking to scramble. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Now they'll run it on the toss. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Boise State. No chance to catch him. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the New Mexico State offense on the field now. Their last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
Get set.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the 4th quarter. You're down big. But who knows? Make a big play. Try to get in the end zone. Maybe get an onside kick.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Now here's the toss play. Fighting off the defender. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll use that running game trying to bleed the clock here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down here for this offense.
325.
Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Picks up 1. Second down coming up.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Cricket.
Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. The Broncos pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Down 55 weak.
They'll try to run it with the option. Pitch play to the back. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Positive yards, that's all you want to see as an offense. As long as you're moving the ball forward, it's going to give you a chance to continue to get first downs. What are they looking at now? 3rd and inches, it looks like.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Well, it wasn't a flawless performance, Kirk, but they looked pretty good out there today and a very satisfying W.
I think this group has a chance to do some really special things this year. They clearly have talent to be able to work with. And I've been impressed with how this head coach managed the game and led his team to a victory.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.